Hello, welcome to the Marching Show, the cybersecurity show. In this video, let's talk about Wi-Fi password cracking in minutes. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. Okay, so WPA and WPA2 are very good encryptions. If you're using WPA, you're using RC4, but you're using TKIP with that. If you're using WPA2 while you're using AES with CCMP, then you're not going to be able to crack the passwords except for one little problem. The problem with the WPA and the WPA2. The problem is that the initial connection between a wireless WPA or WPA2 client to an access point has what we call a four-way handshake. Not that many years ago, there was a small weakness discovered in this four-way handshake that allows us to do something very interesting. Now, you need to be careful here. When you're cracking WEP, you can mathematically derive the password just by looking at the packets. You can't just do that with WPA or WPA2. With WPA and WPA2, think more instead that you got this guy who's really good at turning the numbers on a bicycle lock and then pulling on it. So you can go up to this guy and say, hey, try 0000. And he could do that real quick and pull it. If you wanted to, you can tell this guy start with all zeros, and then just keep going and go to 9999. Now, if there are only 10,000 different permutations, that would work great. But with WPA or WPA2, take the same bike lock analogy and turn it from 4 digits to 128 digits. So it would take that guy, even if he was fast, a very, very long time to do these. Now, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. So now let's talk about using AeroDump to grab WPA connection data. So this guy is now WPA personal. He has a very simple password of Timmy. And now what we're going to do is go over here. We're going to grab a bunch of data, but in particular, we're not just grabbing data. We are looking for handshakes, and that's where AeroDump does the job. So let's show you. So now, I've got AeroDump still running on my screen. If you take a look right here at the top, you're going to see the not secure WPA. You can even see that it's WPA and running TKIP. No great surprise there. And there's the MAC address for it. So what we're going to do now is let's start AeroDump, and we're going to watch for handshakes. So I'm going to pull all the stuff that it finds into a file called the WPA file. And that's the guy on channel 6. And BSS ID is Peter. You can put that on the screen, and we're going to tell them to listen to the WLAN and then the rootkit right there. So now let's talk about cracking passwords with AirCrack. So let's make sure that I've got the dictionary file there. So we have the root at Cali, and Peter, you can put that on the screen. There it is. Way up at the top, you see the word dictionary. That's a dictionary file that was created. So to actually go about the cracking, we go ahead and run AirCrack. That's the A2 in quotations, means I'm doing a WPA attack on this guy. And then Peter, you can put that on the screen, the root at Cali. You see the AeroDump NGA2. I got to tell it where my dictionary file is. It's right in the same folder. So I type in dictionary, then I tell which file I want to crack. In this case, it's going to be the WPA01 cap. And Peter, you can put that on the screen, the root Cali, the dictionary, the WPA01.cap. Ta-da! There it is right there. Now, weak keys are vulnerable to an attack. We know this. Weak keys are vulnerable to attack. Pretty easy stuff. Now, you're looking at this probably saying, wait a minute, Jack. You put the right password into your dictionary file. Yeah, I did, but I did just that to speed up this demonstration. Trust me, there are huge dictionary files, and they got Timmy in there just as easily. If you have a weak WPA or WPA2 PSK, odds are going that people will be able to crack it almost as quickly as it was done right here. The right answer is simple. Use long, complex private shared keys when you are dealing with WPA or WPA2. A lot of people recommend that you don't use any human words, and make sure you use at least 20 characters, which can sometimes be long enough, but boy, does it make it secure. So that's what I have for you today in this video. Please let me know what you think about the method. Do you think it sucks? Do you think it's trash? Please let me know. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. I appreciate your viewership, and see you in the next video.